Hello, 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 everyone, and here we are once again for Orchard, our D&D adventure with familiar faces, bar one. We swap one for one in this show, so we are missing Tommy today, but we have uh, the amazing Hev back with us. Team Mom, super good, all that good jazz. And yeah, I am Prowistata. I am the DM of this uh, Wrangling Cat Show. And yeah, super good to be back. Super good to be back. Hope everyone's week that we were kind of off, we missed one, was good. And all that good jazz. Um, yeah, we're a bit late setting up everything on our good jazz. So why don't we just get right into it? Unless anyone has anything specific that they'd like to say, plug, announce.
I
I
would
just
just like to add, this is my first time playing at 10 a.m. Usually it's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And so I'm really tired.
Uh,
I don't
welcome
like
to our daytime American schedule world.
the
The feeling
sun.
of waking up just to stream.
hiss,
I would
hiss
like to-
the sun.
I would like to declare that today we're going to try to win D&D. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the time that D&D is finally won.
This
won
is
it.
it.
Yeah.
But who is gonna win? Is it going to be us, or is it going to be our DM?
No, we're going to
Who
win.
will win?
Not the DM.
We'll see.
Not the DM. It's going to be
The
us.
DM wins every day.
We're going to beat the DM today.
Yeah. So
We survived his tunnel of acid. There's nothing else that he can throw at us.
do not
All
tempt
right.
me, dude. Stop tempting me.
By the way, I'm putting that in my. I'm actually going to be using the tunnel of
Oh,
acid.
are you? Nice. Do it. I fucking love it.
Do you want to go to level 6 of the castle? We're going to have to swim through this tunnel of acid. And if they complain, I'm just going to blame you.
Yeah, but then you'll be enjoying yourself, so that's all right. You'll be having so much fun as the DM. Nice.
Oh.
Too
So
much power.
yeah, not enough power. Yeah. So with that, with the acknowledgement of hating the sun and acid pools and this GM goodness of feeding off of the tears of my players, let's go to the recap. I believe Bree's doing it today.
Hello, I am here to do the professional recap here on Orchard. I am always so accurate with all of my descriptions, so this will be just another home run for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2 weeks ago was very eventful, but we didn't go many places, so it makes it easier for me to remember. Kieran and Sally made their way to go and finally find their friends after watching Elizabeth Law become a vampire and, bleed dry two innocent slaves that Neil tried to save. We went, what is it? Zanzibar. We went to go see Zanzibar in the tower. He is the very scary Scarlet Brotherhood member who helped us get to Eclavdras, where Neil and Serafina had made a very interesting deal, got special tattoos, aka slave brands, to work for Eclavdra. After much pressure, Kieran and Sally finally buckled and decided that they would too do it as well, just because their friends have already made this big bad dark deal. That night, we were with Jeff, trying to get some rest when Bakab, Neil's god, decided to harass us once again and take him into his plane, a very mysterious magical land where we had no belly buttons or nipples or genitalia. We were just round, naked Ken and Barbie dolls. It was weird, to say the least. He went through to question all of us, asking what we are, what we believe in, this, that, and the other, without giving us any definitive answers, which was extremely frustrating. So Sally got the very bright idea to attempt suicide in order to find out what they meant, whether or not we were something like simulacrums or otherwise. Right before Kieran put a large sword into her chest, Bakab and Jeff came in to stop us. Jeff, we found out, is secretly Heronius, the god. And Bacab and Heronius then explained to us that we are nothing more than simulacrum from the orchard, and that is how we've managed to die and return so many times. But we are a special kind of simulacrum. We seem to have free will. So it depends on what we do with our free will. We are technically not Seraphina, Sally, Neil, and Kieran anymore. But we still kind of are. So it'll be an interesting day to see kind of how that plays out. And yeah, recap.
I would like to say something. I'm gonna throw the suggestion to the Pro Restarter. If you remember when we went to meet Bacab, he was like sitting at a table, and I was thinking maybe we could have shared a meal of corn on Bacab.
I have to leave on that.
Right? Pretty good, right?
It hurts.
All right, let's play Orchard,
It
everybody.
hurts so much.
I came back a week too
Don't
early.
forget to subscribe.
Subscribe to
Click
the
that like
Patreon
button.
to get a one-on-one session where Sean just tells you jokes for 5
Please
hours.
don't kick me out.
Okay, great. I
I'm gonna
love
type
it.
it out in the chat to make sure everybody got
Oh
that.
no, God.
The deafening silence. Corn on Bacab. There we
Oh my
go.
God. You said okay.
No one responded because they were all instantly killed.
They all just love it so much, Sean. It's just so good.
We've
They
killed
can't-
all of our viewers.
They can't type because they're in hysterics. That's not...
Yeah, that's totally what. Yes. So, you are in the room. You've just come back after having a meeting with Bacab for the 4th time now. You found that Jeff, your ally and thought to be member of the Golden Glaive, was actually Heronius. And he was actually looking to recruit Elizabeth Law, but was told by Bacab to go into the painting because there'd be something more interesting and more valuable there to recruit, i.e. you. He said that he would safeguard the children that were taken, as per the promise. And as you all kind of stand back in the room, kind of realizing that you hold the memories of the people who you are supposed to be but aren't, and what that means to you. Do you uphold those memories and continue to be that person? Do you choose to be someone else, looking like someone else, and find a new path? Or maybe just break down into hysterics and go crazy? But you're in the room, you've all slept. You know that at some point today, you're going to be journeying down to the lower dark, taking the journey down into the depths, and finding an item of power for an evil drow sorceress. But is that the truly the thing that's weighing on your mind? And with that, we'll continue in the scene. Jeff is in the bed, snoring loudly. But it's Heronius.
And Kieran is next to him, right? Just
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Jeff is kind of rolled over into a spoon position, and is kind of drooling a bit. And you're all awake around wherever you are. What do we see you doing? And I kind of want to know what is going through Seraphina's mind for all of this.
I haven't done Seraphina's voice for 2 weeks, and I don't know that I feel comfortable trying it. So I think for this week, Seraphina's gonna sound an awful lot like me.
I forgot the name you used as well. That was your anchor for it.
Hello, I'm Captain Catherine
The
James.
Janeway, there it was. There it is. There it
Just
is.
like that, you're back.
Woo! So yeah, I think I think I would have been hit really hard by this news because so much of my time in the Gilded Glaive was trying to make up for things that I did and crimes that I committed. And for so much of it, I was feeling so ready to die if that was what was necessary. And now to know that I didn't commit those crimes, or maybe I did, but am I still culpable for them? I think maybe I haven't been sleeping much and I've been kind of meditating and not necessarily directly reaching out to Istis because now I think maybe I can't because I'm not really Seraphina and that's why I can't reach my god. Just kind of contemplating what this means for my life. Do I have to sacrifice it now for the greater good? I don't know.
Yeah. A thought that kind of crossed Sailor's mind, and the statement that was kind of made by Heronius, just by saying that if you do not wish to be the person who you were because you are not that person, who you are is whoever you choose to be, because you can be a blank slate. And perhaps those words are kind of echoing through your kind of thought through all of this. As we see through this kind of like two conjoined rooms, and the camera kind of pans over, what do we see Sailor doing?
Is it night or morning right now? Are we sleeping or are we awake?
You've just woken up.
Sally's in a bed, so she's probably just stretching. Probably feels really good, Master just like pushing things out of her mind. Like, I'm not thinking about any of those terrible things right now. I don't have the mental strength to handle the fact that I'm not a real person. Cracks her neck. Just kind of like, just very relaxed. Probably too relaxed. I think she's probably hit a place of shock where she's not quite sure what's up or down anymore because thinking about anything other than the life that she's thought she's lived seems like a lot of extra brain power. And every time it kind of like negs into her mind, like all of these scars aren't your own, she just kind of goes, not thinking about it. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's fine. We're fine.
And as we kind of see you do that, and we see the camera kind of pan around again, we just see kind of Kieran sleeping on like the armoire, a pillow kind of over his head, and then we see Neil.
Okay.
What do we see you doing? What are you thinking?
Are we in the inn?
No, you're in the you're in House Alserve's room, as you all got branded and you all were told to stay there because you're wanted.
Oh yeah, because we got the brands.
And you're wanted.
And we're wanted. All right. Do they give us like a hot drink to drink, like hot chocolate or something?
They've given you like some warm like tea. It's like green.
So now that I've met my god and my interest in my god has been rejuvenated, I'm interested in my magic body. So I put it through a series.
Ew, gross.
No,
Gross.
Just put it through a series of.
I want to explore my magic body, DM.
I just put it through.
It's a curious time for me.
Gross.
First, I want to just like.
As you think about exploring your magic body, Seraphina goes, "Your body is not an amusement park."
Like that. I get like a pin. I'm just gonna like poke my finger to see if, because I want to know if I'm cut, do I bleed? Right. So I'm gonna.
Well, you would know because you've been in several fights so far, and you do bleed.
Then I'm gonna. This hot drink, is it gonna melt me? I don't know. I'll dip my finger in it. Is my finger okay?
Yeah, you feel the hot, scorching heat of the drink. You kind of take it out because it's burning.
Then I'm gonna light a match. Put my hand over it. Is there any melting action that happens?
Nope. You're just burning your hand.
Ouch. Using my magic tattoo, I say, "Hey, Seraphina, it looks like fire isn't gonna melt us."
I can't say that I had the same concerns, but thank you for checking.
Sally's gonna walk into the room as like Neil's got a candle over it, like underneath his hand, and she's like, "Oh, so this is how our morning is going to begin."
Yeah. Well, I'm worried because we're magic constructs. Okay, I have a couple thoughts. First, if someone casts Dispel Magic, do we disappear?
Doubtful.
Well, I mean, I would like to know for sure.
Test it then. Don't you have it?
I don't know.
I
Can you
think I
cast?
have it, but I don't have it prepared.
You slept,
Yeah, well,
so
I-
you can pick your prepared spells if you don't want to prepare that. But yeah, I think you can also. Is it a ritual?
I mean, here's the thing.
Guess that's a
I
ritual.
don't want to cast it on somebody and have them disappear forever.
I mean, that sounds like your test, though.
Well,
I
you know
actually
what,
have it
Neil?
memorized.
We have to make tough choices now.
Well, here's the other thing I was thinking. Both of you. Well, I know, Seraphina, that you maybe did some things a long time ago that you weren't happy about. And I just want to point out that you didn't do those things. That was somebody else. So all that matters is what you do from here forward. So, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't think you were bad before. That's just me.
Though I
Right,
do
Sally?
have to say, Sally just like stares at him. I do have to say though that you definitely did kill all of the people you've killed since then. Same with you, Neil. Same with me. Same with Kieran. So no matter how clean our slates have been wiped, we still have done some awful shit in the past few weeks.
I'm gonna look at Sally. I'm gonna be like, you know, Sally, I think meeting my God, I know what my purpose in life is now. And you know what it is, my friend? It's to pull you out of the darkness, all three of you. That's
Um,
my job. Okay? That's why I'm on the planet Orth,
I
in the city of Errol Hay, Sinlu. So you
Earl
can
Grayson
resist-
Lou.
You can resist all you
Mhm.
want, but I'm just gonna keep reaching down there for you in the murky dankness.
Regardless if we are held accountable for our past crimes, we were made in these images for a reason. So I think everything we've done in the past, all of our goals, they still matter. And the fact that I am not the Seraphina that did those awful things
Mm.
doesn't change it for the people who died at the end of that blade. It doesn't change things for Triana, who I killed.
But
gotta
let's
kill
just
her.
be real here. I didn't know you
have
killed
to kill her
Triana,
again.
but we do have to kill her again probably. She like looks over it. We'll just say Kieran's still asleep. We'll just say for lore reasons.
I feel
We
less
should
bad
probably-
about killing her a second time.
You should
Yeah,
feel far less bad.
Yeah, I don't think you need to feel bad about that anymore because we're gonna totally.
She's an awful bitch. So
And we should really talk also about killing his mom, because, you know,
I don't have anything against her.
I would just like to say that we don't always have to kill if we're these new people. Sometimes the art of love is also a successful way to tame the wild hearts of some of our enemies. Something to consider when it comes to Kieran's mom, perhaps.
Speaking of considerations, we do also have a other small mission that I would like to let you two in on while we are gone. I am on a current hunt for a soul gem. So if we do find any soul gems, you know, Neil, you're so keen on saving me. This would be a great moment of salvation for me. I do need to find a soul stone while we are out.
Neil and I also have a mission. So, Sally, you're not the only person who has important missions to do. We are looking for a very powerful rod that's in the Knots Tough huts.
I too am looking for a powerful rod. That's why we need a soul gem. I'm just kidding.
what do you mean?
Sally turns bright red and goes, is it breakfast time? And she's gonna just walk away from the both of them. Very kind of light. She's kind of like got a spring in her step almost. Like she's about to snap maybe, or she's just happy. Who knows?
Perhaps Ailey has also been exploring her magical body.
Should, because I mean, we're
Gross,
ice.
Neil, no.
Well, no, I mean we might melt.
Gross,
or
Neil,
something,
no, gross,
so.
gross.
Jeff kind of gets something else. Goes, ugh, you're all so loud in the morning.
Good morning, oh great one.
Nope. Don't call me that,
Jeff,
Jeff.
I have a question for you. Do you want to be called Jeff or do you want to be called Heronius?
Why would you call me that? I'm just Jeff. I'm no one special. He
Jeff
stares
pretending
at you.
Am I supposed
Like-
to not say that I know that he's no
He
one
told
told me?
like
I'm-
yeah, like, he
secret?
basically said like just refer to him as like Jeff.
Okay. So then I don't ask that question because I already knew the answer.
Okay.
Yes,
Um,
my lord. Right?
Don't want to have to wipe your memory.
Secret joke.
It's not secret if you say it now.
So what's our
Sorry,
plan?
I guess I was erroneous in my assumption.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe his memory.
No, all right, I'll stop.
He just goes, ugh.
What's our plan for the day? What things do we need to do? We have tasks to complete. We are tools made of magic blobs.
Well, you all know your job that you've been tasked to do. Work for a Clavdra, correct? You're her
Do we still have to
assigned.
do that?
You were told that the things. So you would know that because you weren't here. That Bakab said that you're on the right path.
Mhm.
And what you will need to do is what you're tasked to do. So
Okay.
it will all
fine.
kind of fit in. Like there's some connection between the lower dark and the orchard, and that's where the elephants are.
Mind flayers. Mind flayers that made us. At the orchard. And tanks. I'll quietly.
You know what this means, Neil?
What?
This means that you are not a garbage baby. You're a tank baby.
Oh yeah. Is that better?
I think that's for your heart to know.
Technically, aren't you all tank babies?
Yes, but also my identity wasn't built on being a baby that was found in a garbage can. So I feel for Neil it might be a more
It was a big
significant
pile of
thing.
garbage, not a can.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go and secure those children that I promised. I would suggest doing what you can to look around the estate. Most likely they won't do anything adverse to you, seeing as how a Clavdra needs you, and everyone knows a Clavdra needs you, so just be careful if you're going to peruse, and I think they're going to be assigning you soon. So
Can I
Don't
go
be-
pick up my grenades that I ordered?
you would remember that Clavdra had said you shouldn't leave because you're currently wanted, but
I
no
know,
one is
but
going
he
to
said
stop
that's
you.
how we could go. So I want to pick up my grenade.
Well,
Send Jeff.
he said around the
Ah.
estate. I mean, if you want to leave, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to say what's likely going to happen. You're going to fail a stealth roll.
I already put a down payment on those
You
grenades.
did, yeah.
Jeff,
Oh, you muted yourself.
I'm mad. Jeff, are there any fellow slaves that we can borrow for tasks in town, such as errands?
I'm sure you could get one of the Clavdra's aides to get you anything. I remember her saying that she wanted to outfit you for the journey.
So perhaps I won't have to pay the second half. Because I don't have that gold any longer. Yes, fetch me an aid. I have an important task for them.
I mean, I'm not going to fetch you an aid.
I don't know. Do you have like the their number or something, or do I
I'm,
just?
I'm,
ring
I'm
up
sure
them?
when the guard's outside, you could just ask them to fetch you an aid.
But Jeff, I'm nervous because I only just got here and I don't really know the dynamics. Can you ask one of the guards to fetch me?
Nope, I'm leaving, and he walks
Ah,
out.
Jeff. Kieran was right about you. You're the worst.
You won't do what I
Guys.
want. You'll fuck you.
Say that.
And he opens the door and says, "I'll speak to you later. If you need me, I'll find you. I guess I don't know." And he walks out.
So what do we have to do? What do we do now?
So
Let's wait for Kieran to wake up. Can I shake Kieran awake?
he's dead. No, he's awake. Yeah.
I like your Kieran voice.
Thank you.
So, we have things that we need to get for our prospective owners, for lack of a better word. Well, for your mom, for our owners, quite different deals cut.
Well, my mum didn't ask anything.
Kieran, if I slept with your mom, would it still be weird because she's not technically your mom?
Nope, don't. I don't wanna do what you want, Seraphina. I just don't want to hear about it.
All right.
Oh.
Which is what Kieran said before
That's
when
what
it was
sounds
mentioned.
like. Okay. All right.
Oh, did someone already mention that now I can sleep with his mom?
Hieronymus said, it's basically said like the keyword he wants to fornicate, and he was just like, I don't want to listen to this. I don't care what Seraphina wants to do. But yeah, so basically the task that you guys have is you can wait around for someone to tell you that Elizabeth Law and everyone else is ready. You can try and snoop around and see if you can find anything out. Or you can inquire to get more goods. In addition to what probably is already going to be to get for you for the journey. So that's what you kind of have that you can kind of do. What do you?
What are
do you
your
guys
off
do?
thoughts?
I don't have a preference really. All of these tasks are.
Well, Sally's off getting breakfast. She had wandered away to go find breakfast.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Seraphina, I would say if you do his mom, you should kill her at some point during the thing or after or whatever. 'Cause she's
Mm,
horrible. She's evil.
She is a powerful woman with a lot of opinions. This is true.
Maybe like you should get some poison lipstick, right? And then if you kiss her, right, and she dies,
It's a very
That'd be
elaborate
cool.
plan you have.
just make sure that when you put on the lipstick, it doesn't poison you, because it's
Neil,
thing.
do you happen to know where I can acquire some of this poisonous lipstick that I will use to smooch Kieran's
Hey.
mom to death?
we're in a drow city. They do poison like.
Are they known
crazy.
for their poison lipstick here?
I don't know about lipstick, but poison. Yeah. So,
Only Sally was there to tell you about poisons, but she's getting coffee and scones.
Yeah.
As crazy as that idea is, I do quite like it. Let's put a pin in that. We'll come back to it
Yeah.
if all else fails.
Speaking of
just-
pin, can you give me a Constitution save, Rafina?
Me, is it my sword again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gertrude, come on. Just fucking relax for a second. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay. it went away,
Bless you.
it went- No, it's coming back. It's
Oh no.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you.
First roll of the
Okay.
day.
Constitution save.
Mm-hmm. So you
Fuck you, Gertrude.
hear Gertrude in your head. Hungry, food, hungry, and you hear this. I need sustenance.
In my head, I'll say, "All right, Gertie, I'm working on it. We're gonna get some breakfast, and then we're gonna go do a task, which will surely mean lots of people will die because that's how all of our tasks go. So,
Is there any
Can you
chance
just-
because we are psychically connected that I hear these thoughts?
oh,
Damn it.
I like to imagine like out of character that Seraphina's not really good at like mental communication because she's very new to using magics and
Mm.
she's trained as a fighter, and so whenever she does it, she's just like clearly
Making a face.
yeah, like clearly something's going on. She's not just like looking
I
normal.
love it. It's fucking great.
Um,
You're making a weird face right now.
I'm hungry for a bagel. So we should
Souls.
it's 2 bagels. So we should go and find Sayeli and have some breakfast.
Were they plain bagels? Onion bagels?
Yes, onion
Oh, okay.
with some schmear.
I like them plain.
What the
What?
hell is a
Stop talking
schmear?
about you know
Huh?
schmear that you put on your bagel.
I've never actually had a bagel before, so
What the?
They're good.
Okay,
The
I'm
fuck off my
really-
stream.
I'm so shocked right now.
You're in for a treat.
I've also never had cream cheese, and I'm pretty sure that's what goes on bagels.
Moving away from this atrocity that is.
Reed, what is happening? What
I've
have
never-
we just learned about you? Do they not have bagels in Alabama? Is that
Okay,
what
My parents thought I might have like food allergies or aversions.
to bagels?
No, my mother was very concerned, so she kept my diet very like simple throughout
Okay.
childhood because she was afraid I might have like allergic reactions or not like something or something else. So I haven't tried most foods. So
Okay.
All right, I'm bringing you bagels.
okay.
Be there in 4 days. Okay. Yeah, Neil, let's go down and just go get breakfast and then find Sayeli.
I've never had cream cheese either. Let's go.
Neil, you're in New York.
Mhm.
You guys have the best bagels and schmear. Go to
Okay,
Bagel
let's get
Bob.
back into
I
Like
have
into
never had it. And
things.
I'm never gonna have it. So
so
let's
you
go.
will go into the
I'm surrounded by awesome
food.
things, and I refuse to try them. Let's go.
So as you're
That's my right as an American. Let's go.
okay, we're trying to.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
So you're moving through the halls, and you see, as you leave, Seraphina and Neil, that there are guards posted kind of outside your doors. They don't say anything. The 2 like female guards, dressed to like the nine with armor and whatnot. And as you are kind of walking through, they don't seem to respond or say anything.
Oh, I want to just, as we're walking by, stop in front of one of them and say, "Who do I speak to about outfitting ourselves for our journey? We're going to need weapons. I need grenades, special grenades. I need things, just all the things."
Don't. They're gonna give you weird clothes. Don't.
They say to you, they're gonna give you spider clothes. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Weird.
they say to you, they don't look at you. They just like talk to you, and they just kind of say, Minister Elhine will be able to conduct your necessary needs. I believe you should speak to them. They are in the eating hall.
Have we met Elheim before? Would I recognize them?
You haven't, no. But Sally and Kieran have.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I mean, my eyes are up here, but okay.
Just like looking at the wall, not even looking at your eyes.
Minister Elheim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna give you like spider things, and it's not gonna cover you. It's
No, Neil, I'm not asking for armor, but we need my cool grenades.
okay.
And as you're walking, Seraphina, not Seraphina, Sayeli, sorry. As you're walking down the hallway, because you had left first, You're seeing a number of doors kind of as you're approaching kind of close, almost like people see you coming and they close it. Guards just kind of pass you, not really speaking unless you speak to them or ask them anything. Go.
Oh no, she's just kind of bouncing in her way, like, oh, I'm gonna get some coffee and breakfast. It's fine. Nothing is crazy. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Everything is normal. I am fine.
And as you kind of go down the hallway and you kind of go through like the archway, it leads to like the grand hall where you had met Clavdra, where the kind of portal room was, where you had came with Zanzibar. You see that there is now like this grand kind of table that kind of like goes from one end to the hall to the other, and you see a number of drow individuals, mostly female, and you see a Clavdra at the top end, with the person who introduced you before, who had kind of brought you to like the main hall. You see he is there sitting on Clavdra's like right, and then you see two other male drow who you don't really know, and then you see sitting at the far end is Telegas and Elizabeth Law, and then there's various like guards in the room and other like drowned people.
Is there food out though?
There is food, yeah. Everyone's eating and they seem to be talking. When you walk in, you hear a Clavdra just say, "So is she properly functioning now, Telegas? You said it would be a day, but I like to be sure if they're going to be useful." And then Telegas just says, "Yes, they are. She will be a key asset." And then you kind of walk in and he kind of stops and looks, and then Clavdra looks.
Sally's just gonna kind of like read the room, put on a fake smile, and then go sit down and start piling a plate with food.
Mm-hmm.
She's got time for these folks. She's got food to eat.
Yeah, you see a number of what looks to be like root vegetables, some like fungi lettuce, as well, and a number of just like various cooked meats. That it's like nondescript. You just kind of see just like meat cooked in like various like skewers and whatnot, and some like they don't have bread or anything like that, but it's
So she'll take some meat, but she'll make sure it's very well done. Is there any like poultry style? At least she knows that's definitely not human.
There are some winged ones, but it's like webbed wings though.
We'll go with those simply because I know that's not human meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Do you know?
the mutants.
Webbed winged man.
Yeah. And Clavdra just says, "Oh, it's good that you could join us. Are the rest of your companions coming as well? I said to tables, just in case they were going to need one." She refers to you, Salem.
Everyone else will be here shortly. They're all taking their time waking up, but when I wake up, I'm hungry, so I'm going to enjoy a good meal while I can before we're out eating rations and fighting for our lives.
Yes, I hear that can be quite troubling. As she like sips like some wine. And Telegas just kind of looks towards you, kind of like squints his eyes, and then kind of like goes back to the conversation. As I was saying, Clavdra, yes, she will function perfectly as your guide. She is capable and talented, as you know, because that is why you wanted her in the first place. It is only by my good graces that I have been able to perfect her and make her better. And you just kind of see Elizabeth Law like in this kind of like black robe. Her hair is like a shocking white, and her face is kind of paler than it was. Her her eyes are like a stark kind of red, and she just kind of like has her hood up, and she's just like eating something that looks to be like extremely bloody, not even cooked, and it's just like eating it like on a plate with a knife and fork.
It's so nice to sit at a table again with you, Elizabeth. It feels like it's been 1,000 years.
Yes, Sayele. It is, and she kind of like gets a napkin and like wipes kind of the blood off her lips, and you see like the red thick crimson on the napkin. Yes, it is. It's nice. I have to say it's not the same as it once was, but it is delightful that I could be invited to such a wondrous place. And she kind of looks towards like a Cloudra and like looks towards Telegas and is kind of like, not really knowing what to say.
Truly, it is so great to be invited to such a wonderful. She also like kind of looks around, stares at Clavdra, and goes, "Location. We should find more destination meals, Elizabeth. Great for the Gilded Glaive."
Yes, I fear the title of the guild is no longer in effect. I fear that we were the only ones to survive. I hadn't heard anything before I had come to the Underdark about any of the others, but there's always hope, I suppose.
Billy nods a few times and then starts to eat mystery meat.
Mm-hmm. Very bony. Like more bone than meat. And as you kind of have that, that's when the other two would kind of walk in.
As we're walking in, I want to have a psychic conversation with Seraphina. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I think we should make a kill list of people that we need to kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Triana, right?
Mm-hmm.
She should die. Kieran's mom,
Mm-hmm.
you can poison with your lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do Elizabeth Law because she doesn't want to be a vampire. She's an abomination. And I also would like
And
to...
she owes us quite a bit in back pay. Something like 30 years, if I'm correct.
Is there interest on that? Because we're going to be rich.
Well, there should be, but you know my attempt to get a union was shot down.
And I want to also one other thing on the kill list. Not a Clavdra, okay? We do not kill a Clavdra. Okay? So don't kill her.
We can't because we have been, what did you call it? Given cool tattoos that keep us from killing her. So I think we should keep our kill list to those who we can kill.
Because I think that she's nice, and we could probably fix her. And maybe she could be my friend sometime.
Neil, your obsession with fixing people will one day get you flayed.
Do you think she likes me?
No.
No? You're
No, I don't.
wrong.
I don't think she likes anyone except for spiders.
BS. You're wrong. But I would like to make a bet also.
Okay?
These grenades that you're looking for,
Yes.
they're going to have spiders on them. Everything here has spiders.
I already paid for half of the grenades.
I'm
They're
just
cool
saying.
chameleon grenades.
Yeah, but there's going to be a spider because it's drought. It's a drought thing. All right. So if I win, you have to give me a high five. And if I lose, I have to give you a high five.
Deal.
It's going to be a spider. There's going to be spiders on all of them. You're going to lose.
Roll me a
So I'm
perception
supposed-
check, say.
We're just standing there like
say
staring
it.
at each other.
Roll me a perception check real quick.
perception. All right. Let's see. All right. I push the button.
No.
15.
Say it.
Oh.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
All right. Perception. I'm perceptive. I can do that. Perception.
Yeah.
I'm perceptive.
You
Whoa.
What?
You see, just as this like conversation is happening with the mental conversation is happening with Seraphine and Neo, back at the table you just see a Clavdra just like drinking her wine and kind of putting her like hand to her head and just like shaking it. And then someone talks to her, and she's just like, mm-hmm.
Sally's gonna like look at a Clavdra and go and just kind of smile at her, like, oh you, oh you,
Oh, yeah.
you crazy bitch, oh you.
When I see a Clavdra, I'm gonna fix my hair real quick.
Mm-hmm. You all walk into the. You two walk into the hallway everyone's eating.
I'm gonna go grab some food.
So you all sit down, and then you fix your hair, Neil. And McClafton just kind of says to you, "So it's good that you all have made it. I hope you all had a restful night. Much better than the inn that you were staying in, I hope. You'll be setting off once you're finished with your meal and your equipment is secured. You already know Elizabeth Law, your former guildmaster.
Yes, hello, Allah. How are you? Things treating you well? Do I know she's a vampire? Did someone tell me?
Yeah, they told you.
Okay. How are you enjoying your new dietary restrictions?
It is something to get used to. Much like anything else, really. One must persevere. It's good to see that all of you are okay.
Yes, we also had some changes in our dietary restrictions when you sent us to the orchard. We couldn't eat any of the food or it would make us go insane. So we are also familiar with changes in diet.
The orchard?
Yeah, remember we couldn't eat any of the damn food because
She
it would make us go
says.
insane.
She says it.
Oh.
I sent you to... Right. Well, I'm sorry that your trip to your location, she kind of like looks towards you, was so upsetting.
Do I notice that she seems to be blanking on...
She's not blanking, but she's choosing her words carefully.
Okay.
I can only apologize, but I'm glad that you're all right. And the Clavdra just kind of says, "So, pleasantries out of the way as they are, is there anything you will need of me before you go? I want to make sure that this expedition is successful this time." And she looks to, well, you would know the minister would be. Sailor, and the minister just kind of like shrinks down in his seat.
Yes, there is something I need. I need my grenades.
Your what, exactly?
I already paid the full price for grenades. So someone just needs to go and collect them and tell them that they're for someone who's in your service, just as an added maybe, just so the shopkeeper knows that he's doing good business with one of the fine house peoples, the city house sitters. You.
Okay, god damn it. She just says, and where did you purchase these?
I purchased them in the... What session did I get my grenades?
I don't know.
In the I'm going through my notes. In the district of shops, the shopping district.
The artisan district?
The artisan district at the blacksmith's shop where I got my sword.
Nope, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Is it
You
not?
didn't get your sword at the blacksmith shop. It was at a
The potion shop.
there you go.
He's making my grenades as well, right? The potion master.
The potion guy, yes.
Yes, never mind. It wasn't a blacksmith. It was a potion master. It was a potion man.
Okay, because if you didn't remember, I was gonna say tough looks, but you did, so good job.
Spiders all over that. You know what? I bet when it blows up, it's full of spiders.
It's not full of spiders. It's full of invisible powder.
Right.
Invisible powder.
Minister, you can get that for them, can't you? And he just goes, yes, grenades, the artisan district, right, I can acquire that for you.
Everything has already been paid for, so there's just go in, collect the grenades, and bring them back to me. And if you don't bring them back, we cannot complete our mission. Very important. So whatever you have to do, do it, and don't bring it up to me. I don't want to hear it. Just bring me the grenades.
Yes, of course. Yes, and as you're kind of speaking to him as like in this way, you see a Clavja kind of like smirk, because in all actuality, like this person would be like he's on the right hand side of like a Clavja, so he would be like more important. But you're so domineering and just like not really giving a shit that it's like impressing a Kavla, like. So you kind of see this as like she kind of smirks and kind of like cups her drink and kind of like drinks it, seeing like the minister kind of squirm. And he just goes, yes, I'll get on that right away. And he like goes back to eating his food, and then Clavja just says, yes, you should get on that right away. You wouldn't want to miss anything, would you, minister? Oh, of course not. I can certainly eat later. You're right. I should go right now. Right now. And he kind of gets up and walks away. Kind of looks longingly at his plate and then walks out the room. Telegas also stands up and just says, well, if all is done here, I'm going to leave. Do not forget, Clavja, that I did this for you as a favor. We'll be in touch from the keep. Of course, Telegas. Of course. Right. And he stands up, and you see him kind of like walk away as well. And is there anything else before the meal kind of ends that you would like to ask to get as precautions as you go? Because once you're gone, you're gone.
Well, we don't need any rations because I can make food and water.
Right, we love eating your trash food.
Hey, it's not trash, it's just bland.
Okay.
What's the difference?
You know what? Next time when you use your magic, you can make bagels.
Well,
I make bagels with no salt.
while we're placing requests for things, Sally does wear a studded leather, but like, if you're looking to keep us alive a real long time, if you have any leather armor that might be better than what I have. I do not have the most constitution, and a few good blows could, kill me in sorts. And I'm sure you don't want your precious property to die, so perhaps maybe if you end up with some extra goodies, you would like to give. And then she just like sips her coffee as her voice trails off.
Maybe you could do.
Like, if you have anything better armor-wise, I don't really need much. Just maybe some like magic armor or something.
You're not gonna want it. It's gonna have webs and like purple.
Neil, that sounds hot.
No, but I mean, it's not gonna cover much.
As long as it's well armed, maybe
It's gonna-
something.
It's gonna look weird.
It's probably gonna look hot.
Perhaps if you have some healing potions that you can provide us just in case in battle, either Neil or myself, I'm not able to heal the party, or if Neil dies, which happens frequently.
Neil does tend to die quite often.
Something that will keep him alive.
She just goes, yes, I can tell the alchemist to give us his wares in the healing department. I will look to see if we have any stronger armaments for you.
In Neil's head, I'm gonna say, Neil, ask for the poison lipstick, because it would be weird if I did it.
I have a request, everybody.
No. The Clavja just says.
Sally looks at Neil and then to a Clavja, then to Neil, then to a Clavja and goes, what did he say? Come on, a Clavja, what did he say?
There is no need for poison Lipstick.
Neil, you were going to ask for poison lipstick? That's such a strange request.
You already knew. that.
Neil, do you know how poison works? How would it go? Actually, perhaps if you put on a base coat first. I need pen and paper. Someone, please.
Mhm. Good idea. No.
I've got something writing in here. She'll start writing on a napkin, like a bunch of like she's like maybe if we use like
So-
petroleum based.
This. All right. Elizabeth Law's coming with us, and she's going to be our guide. Is that correct? And do we know where we're going?
You
We're going.
were told that should have a map.
Okay. Is it far away, or is it like is this going to take days of travel, or is it like in the city?
Do you ask that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
She says, "Your trip will most likely take you months. You will be going to the lower recesses of the lower dark. It is an old temple."
Could we have supplies like maybe some of your giant lizards or spiders, and a whole bunch of tents and gear for the expedition? Is that possible?
I can acquire you tents. I'd already put those through, as well as a rope and lanterns that you may need.
Thank you.
It is fine. We do not want to happen what happened to the last group. And she kind of like, and then like the three people next to her like,
Oh, what happened to the last group?
I'm gonna laugh like I know what they're talking about. Yeah, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
The last group, right?
A Claptrap just says, "Oh, don't worry about that. It's of no consequence."
I'm not worried, but a good Gilded Glaive member knows, right, Neil? It's this, Sally. It's the saying that we always used to say.
Good.
A well-informed
Yes, right.
Gilded Glaive member
Always.
never fails.
Always, never fails. That's true.
I don't think I ever got to that briefing when it came to assassinating people.
Well, Sally, maybe if you had remembered the saying, you would have always never failed more.
I'm quite sure with this group we always never fail.
Roll me a deception check, Seraphina.
Always, never.
That's appropriate.
Oh,
That's
okay.
appropriate. That's appropriate to what
Possible.
you RP'd.
Possible to roll that low, and yet it's been done.
She just says,
Well, I was looking for one of my companions to yes and me, and
I've never seen another show where people roll zeros ever.
"Come on, guys, improv.
Sally is the
We practice
Sally is the
improv."
permanent no butt though. Like I'm all down for improv, but Sally is the most no butt person there is.
So Claptrap just says, I'm sure your collective skills and wisdom will be enough to help you traverse the dangers up below. Now, if you excuse me, I have other more important meetings to have." And
I say in Neil's head, I bet it's about spiders.
I'm just gonna nod and roll my eyes.
And then she kind of walks out, and then everyone else walks out, and then you're left in a room with just Elizabeth Law, if you wish to converse with her. If not, we can kind of skip to
It's
you guys
always
getting stuff.
They overdo it so much with the spiders. It's like, come on,
Elizabeth, if I may, I know that I imagine that the last 30 years have been very traumatic for you.
Yes, they have.
But what is the last thing you remember before coming to the city? And what is the last thing you remember before your transformation?
She kind of like swallows deep when you say that about her transformation. She just goes, the last thing I remember about the guild and before coming dragged down to the Underdark, I was in the mountains. I was doing bounty jobs, and apparently there were people going missing near a small village. I was looking into it. I found an enclave of bandits, and then a hideout of a hideout what looks to be cultists. And apparently they were using orcs as well. Humans and orcs working together and capturing these people. For what ends, I don't know, but when I was investigating them in the mountains, I had found a passageway, a hole, traversed it, and my rope broke. I fell, thought I was going to die, and when I came to, I was in a cage and traveling to Ilhaisinle. My battlements and armaments were taken away from me, and I was left broken to heal my wounds.
So we're gonna travel months through the Underdark.
That's what I've been told, yes. I've been giving a map to this Nustefaf temple.
Okay.
Apparently it's some old ruin that has this artifact.
Okay. Any special supplies you guys think we need for months of travel?
I think if they're giving us like camping equipment, like rope and tents and bedrolls and
Yeah, but you know.
like, what do you think we need?
Like magic items?
Your DM is, you know.
Listening?
I mean, you know, I don't know what's happening in character.
Well, you think he's gonna give us everything?
Well, Neil, perhaps you should ask and see if they have any spare magical items that they can divvy out to us. You are the man of magic.
It feels wrong to ask for that.
Why?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure they kill hundreds of people and keep it all stowed away.
They're evil. They're using us. You know. They're.
Yeah, so you should get exactly what you came here for. If you are going to spend months of your life helping them, why don't you ask for a few goodies for us?
Because they're too selfish for that.
Ask, Neil.
You know what?
Ask.
The more
If
we
you-
take
if-
from them, the more it's sort of like we owe them. You know.
It makes it feel like this is a justified thing and not that we are slaves.
And anyway, maybe we better switch to tattoo speak.
No.
Oh wait, actually she can hear that probably. Pretty sure she can hear it when we do that.
I will not be
I'll
joining
write
you.
it down and then I'll show you the paper and then I'll destroy the paper.
Neil, just ask them for something.
Well, what do you want? Why? If you
Ask
want
for-
something, you ask.
I already asked for something, Neil. Just ask and see if you can get any magic items or
Yeah, but
treats.
you're gonna get these weird clothes.
Neil, why do you have to judge me based on my appearance and the things that I wear? You know that the original Saley was not born with black hair, correct?
Yeah.
My appearance changes, clothing changes, but I'm still who I am inside. And the fact that you are judging that based on whether or not I will be wearing webs.
It's just I feel like it's not gonna be functional armor. You're gonna be totally exposed. People
But-
could stab you in your clavicle. You know?
Do you Neil, I would love for you to try and stab me in my clavicle. Most people can't get
There
that
will be
close.
no stabbing. There are no
Silly.
inter-party stabbings.
So I
Ever
would-
again.
So,
Celia,
as this is going
one of
on,
my best friends, I would never stab you in the clavicle.
as this
Okay.
is going on, hold on. As this is going on, Elizabeth Law just kind of like rubs her forehead and just kind of looks towards you. So Serafina just says, "This is what you've been training them? They're bickering about themselves, about nonsensical armor.
Elizabeth Law, do you have any right to talk about us? Do you have any right to tell us what we can and cannot talk about? We've dealt with our own
Fairly-
traumas.
Please, Elizabeth Law has had a hard time, and she doesn't understand the extent of what we've gone through.
I just watched her kill two very innocent people and suck them dry. after
Yeah.
she sent us on a mission that killed us about 40 times.
Sally, Elizabeth, I appreciate that you all don't like one another and that you all have something to say about how this group functions, but we have business to attend to. And Elizabeth, I will kindly remind you to fuck off if you have anything to say about my team and what we've gone through.
Well, I want to say we did blow her up. I'm sorry. I actually was trying to save you, Elizabeth.
That was
while
you?
Well, it wasn't me, but it was us. I was trying to get to you to save you, so we wanted to make an explosion as a distraction. But the explosion was much bigger than we thought. We got caught in a blast. So
No, it's my fault. Clearly, if I had put someone more capable in charge, perhaps
Oh, come on.
you wouldn't have gone to such lengths. And to your statement, Sally, I wouldn't be surprised that you're so shocked about killing those who are innocent.
Sally is going to stand up and she's going to march over to Elizabeth Law and she is going to knock over her plate and whatever she had on the ground and she's going to point a finger in her face. If you ever make another statement about our leadership in Seraphina, so help me God, I will send you back into the fucking grave.
I mean,
She took care of us when you abandoned us to die. Our leadership was fine, and our leadership will remain fine. And if you're going to be part of this party, you will need to learn to shut up, because you're not in charge anymore.
roll me a deck save. Actually, no, I only need you to roll me a deck save. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll roll you a dex save.
Elizabeth, if you want to roll a dex save, I will.
You said it too late. Can't take it back. Okay, hold on. Let me get the. Where's the sheet?
I'll just add while you're looking for whatever you're looking for, Pro, that I've been going through my notes to try and like figure out what Elizabeth just told us and how it fits into what we've been told happened to the Gilded Glay. And I just found a note that says, Ellison, that bitch ass punk banana smoothie.
What is in your notes?
Drawings of boobs and banana smoothie.
Jesus!
Trying
Sometimes.
to like
Your
decipher.
big book of
what I
cartoon
put
animation.
on
Your big
Oh,
book of
the
cartoon
banana
animation.
smoothie. Mm-hmm. Fuck's sake. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just. So you get smashed across the face as she stands up and she backhands you. And she just kind of stares in your face and just says, I do not know what hell you've been through, but you will respect my authority. I am the one who is in charge. I am guarding you and I'm guiding you. You do not come into my space and demand that I listen to you. I do not care what you've been through. What you're going through right now is my tutelage. And I will demand that you respect that.
I'm going to stand up and cast Hold Person on Elizabeth.
Okay. Okay. Remy, what's your DC?
Let me just double check what it is. Wisdom, it's gonna be 17.
Okay. You cast a spell, and she disappears, and she's right in front of you. It does not take. She uses her legendary resistance, as she then comes up towards you and just says, she comes up towards you right in front of your face and just says, what you went through was not what I wanted from you. I don't want any of it. I put you in that position because I trusted you and I believed in your ability. Stop squabbling like a child and act like the dignified soldier you were trained to be.
We are having breakfast, Elizabeth. Do not presume to tell me how I run this team. We have survived not only because I protected them, but because we protected each other. There's no hierarchy in this team. I am not in charge of anyone. We're a stupid, weird little family. And if they want to squabble over breakfast before a mission that will take months in the Underdark where any one of us will die again, then I will allow them that. Because I know that when the time comes, they would protect me as I would protect them. You have forgotten everything we have stood for. And I'm sorry that the Elizabeth law that once existed has died.
Sounds like you're trying to do something here. Are you trying to intimidate or are you trying to persuade?
No, I'm just giving a little speech about my stupid little family.
Okay. Run me a persuasion.
You guys, I have a -1 because I'm
Can we
not
give her advantage because we've been partying on this fight? I mean, Sally did just come in balls deep, like threatening.
Yeah. You can take advantage on it then.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Sally.
She just says, I do not pretend to know what you've been through, but as long as you wear those packs, you will honor what we once stood for and the hierarchy that you once aspired to ascend.
Sally's gonna take off her
I was
fanny
gonna say,
pack.
I take off my pack.
Sally just like instinctively takes off her fanny pack, takes whatever, like takes her like vials that were in there and just throws it on the ground,
Yeah, I'll take my pack off
and then
too.
puts everything just into her other bags.
She looks.
I'm gonna hand my pack to Elizabeth. Like, I'm gonna take it off and kind of get my shit out of it, put it on the table, like all neat, and then just hand it over.
Sally's gonna cross her arms all edgy, like while her fanny pack is on the ground in front of her.
And what, Mum?
Fight me, bitch! I'll burn you alive.
We survived because we are a family,
Let me
not because we.
Go on. No, sorry.
Okay. We survived because we are a family, not because of any hierarchy, because we aspired to be in charge of one another, to dominate one another. If that is not what the Gilded Glaive stands for, then I resign.
Run me a Well, you don't need to roll me. Sorry. Because you're standing like right there.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like, as you like hold this out, you see like tears like well up in her eyes, and she's just like, whatever, and she disappears.
Well, Sally, thank you for standing up for me.
Aren't we the only members of the Gilded Glaive left? When she ran it into the ground, right?
It's true, they're all dead. So
They're all dead except for us.
I
So
mean, it wasn't really their fault.
If Elizabeth Law thinks after all of these years in her life and time in ours that she is going to take over, she's very much so wrong. I will burn that wench to ash before she steps on us.
She's on the kill list, everybody. Just so.
Neo, she's not on the kill list. We don't need to bother ourselves with her. She is going through a lot, and I thank you, Sally, for standing up for me, because what she said was completely disrespectful, but we don't need to worry ourselves with her. She isn't a part of our family.
She's a vampire. We should. When we're
Hey,
all
there's
done-
nothing wrong with being a vampire.
She's probably gonna try to drink our blood.
She can't, Neil. No one can drink our blood anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Did I
would
not
work.
tell?
That's right.
Actually, I don't know if Sally told you guys. I did have a vampire attempt to drink my blood recently in order to gain information about our discussions. We are no longer looking for the talisman for what's his name? I already forgot.
The banana smoothie bitch?
Banana
Elsa?
smoothie bitch. Ellison. I may or may not have told
God damn you.
given all of the information about Ellison as a dangerous because I assumed that the vampires were the better of two evils. And when attempting to drink my blood to gain more information on whether or not I was lying, it was cripplingly painful for a vampire to drink from me. A vampire lord. So I assume Elizabeth Law will be in the same boat if she tries.
She'll be in for quite the surprise if she tries to drink our blood.
I think, unfortunately, we are surrounded on both sides by all sides, by evil parties. We should play to whatever we think will give us an advantage the longest. And I think you were right to assume that that was with the vampires and not with Ellison. After all, Ellison was stuck in a painting for, like, a really long time, so... And he was pretending to be a weird wizard, so, I mean... He's a strange guy. We don't always know what's going on with him. Can't trust him.
No, we can't. We can't trust anyone.
Did you tell us that the medallion that he was looking for was on the guy's neck?
She probably, yeah, Sally will give that like little like thing, like he carries it. And I don't want to fuck with him. I'd rather him stay in our good graces to some degree.
But we must be aware that if we choose to align ourselves with the vampires over Ellison will come calling for the favor, since he did technically get us out of the painting.
Well, then we will kill him again. Also, I've thought it through, Neil. I believe poison lipstick would work only in the case of putting a non-corrosive substance on your lips first, and then putting a coat of poison very carefully around the lips.
What about poison nail polish?
Poison nail polish is very simple. I can help you with that.
I actually want just retroactively, because I've got to do this. I want Sally and Seraphina to run me a perception check. Disadvantage now.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, because it was very small. Nice. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Well, considering that I got a 0.
That's true. You saw Seraphina when she was up against you. I'm kind of sad it was you that got this because you're gonna know what this is straight away. Just you, the player. You saw like because she's wearing black armor with like kind of black with kind of like white trim, like a scarf, like around her neck, and kind of like a red hood under like the black hood. And you saw like because she had like bounced towards you, her scarf would kind of come unloose, and you saw like a medallion over her neck, not the one that you were supposed to get, but you see this. I'm only gonna show it to you. It's in the handouts. You're muted, by the way, if you're speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's this one. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
The medallion. You see that?
And I recognize this. I'm sorry, you're saying me, I recognize this, or Seraphine
Have
recognizes it?
have recognize. I
Okay.
think recognizes it. If you don't, then that's cool. But
It looks like something from Magic the Gathering a little bit.
no, I mean,
Okay.
keep that to
all right.
yourself.
Okay. Great. I probably won't. I don't know. I don't think I would say anything. I probably wouldn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, if Seraphina doesn't recognize it, then I don't think. I would just think it was like jewelry. So I'm gonna keep that to myself for now.
Cool. And yeah, you're left there. And with that, we're gonna take our break. So we will see you all in a moment. When we come back, we'll see what the items we've gotten and everyone kind of going down to the deep dark. See you in 5. Hello, hello. We are back. Back again. Here we are. So, after the dinner, tensions were pretty high. You guys decided just to kind of like retire and go back to kind of where you were, like to rest. At some point, the ambassador kind of calls you to call you back to the main hall. And kind of once you go back there, you see just like a bunch of like equipment, like backpacks and various goods around as well. You will all get a stack of healing potions, standard healing potions. So you'll get kind of 3 each. So of the standing potions, as well as some rope, some tents and all that good stuff, lanterns, and the ambassador kind of comes over with like a belt, and on this belt, Seraphina, you see like the small like hand grenades that are there. They don't have any like spider web or anything like that on them. They're just kind of like they're kind of gray. And they just kind of like put there because they're all like homebrewed made and stuff like that. So it actually just has like the store logo on it, so like, you know, it's branded it as their own. And
how many are there?
you have 3 of those.
Okay.
Do you remember what they do?
Yeah, so I can throw it and it does like an invisible powder
Yeah.
for 1 minute or until one of us attacks, uses magic, or is hit.
Yeah, it's in a 10-foot radius, so you have to
Okay.
like stand near each other, and then everyone in that kind of plume of smoke like gains invisibility, and the invisibility like standard stuff apply,
Cool.
but it's not concentration. So
Cool. Excellent.
and he hands you this like grenade belt, and just says, well, all right, Clive will be here in a moment. Be on your best behavior, and good luck. Don't die.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. And he walks away. His human assistant walks with him and walks away.
Okay, so we got a big expedition. I feel like we're gonna forget something.
Your weapons.
What do we need for months of travel? I mean, dude, is there anything? We have stuff to drink and we have food, right?
There is some water. Yeah, that's like kind of in like skins, but you were not kind of asked for anything when you were at the table, and everything was just kind of gotten. So I need, because of that time that passed, I need Seraphina to run me another Constitution save. Okay. You're exhausted. You have 1 exhaustion, and as you feel this sword, just be like, I'm hungry, and you feel it like draining your life.
Hmm. Do I still have the +1 to my AC, or has that faded?
You only get that once it consumes.
Once it's full, so it's faded.
Yeah.
From the last time. Okay.
You need to have it once a day.
Right. Okie dokie. Ba, 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 ba. All right. All right, everyone. Let's go and let's kill things quickly, please.
I'm gonna make sure I have 3 canteens full of fresh water. I just remember when we were in the Feywild, there came a point where we didn't have any water, and it was a big problem.
That was because I didn't know that I could change my spells, and so
Well,
That's
just
right. You weren't an optimized cleric. You were just like, don't know what you. I mean, I wish we
I
were
was like,
water.
sorry guys, we just gotta starve.
It's great. I loved it. So, you're kind of waiting. You're all kind of packing up. Everyone's kind of there, and then Elizabeth Law kind of comes walking through the door. No Clavdra. She doesn't have any like backpack or anything like that with her. She's just wearing the clothes that she has when you were talking to her at the dinner. What she does have though, you see that she has a kind of like a her a pack, like a fanny pack. She kind of just like has it like on the side.
The Gilded Glaive fanny pack or like a new fanny pack?
The Gilded Glaive one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a new, like a Clavdra fanny pack. or
Nah.
something like
A Cloudra is going into the fanny pack trade.
that. She's like, these are so fast.
You just like, oh my god. You humans got something right. She kind of walks in and she just kind of says, all right, we are going to be going through a secret tunnel through the Elserv compound. I have been given the map and where we have to go. So if you're all ready, we can continue.
Can we make a copy of this map?
I've been told to keep the map with myself.
I knew it.
All right, everyone have their weapons and their armor.
Always.
Yes.
Neil, is your armor on correctly?
Yes.
Kieran, is everything okay?
Yes.
You know,
He's like, don't talk to me.
I just want to say that every time one of the players can't make it to a session, things go horribly wrong. And that hasn't happened today and won't happen today.
Knock on wood.
I mean,
And-
we did pick a big fight with. Speaking of my picked fight, because we waited so long, would I have been able to roll a hit dice to make up for the major backhand I got?
How much damage did you take? Oh, 8. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
That's what I needed.
Yeah. You
Okay.
heal fully. So she starts leading you through the compound. And you see that she takes you to the teleportation room. And then she goes over to a wall. And as she goes over to a wall, she like puts she kind of like puts up her hand to the wall and traces out some like runic symbols just like on the wall, and you see it glow up. And then you see the wall like push out and like open up, and then you see this like dark tunnel as it kind of like curves around and like descends. Just kind of says, well, this is the way. And she kind of like goes in forward. I hope you're prepared.
Gonna go in the Underdark. We might see.
Should we do single file? Should we do 2 abreast? Buddy system?
It's up to you. You can go one by one, or you can go 2 by breast.
I'm
Let's do-
asking the team.
Let's do 2 by 2.
Okay, so Elizabeth up front. I assume it'll be Sally and Kieran. Do you want the middle or the rear?
Sally will stay in the middle.
Okay, so then Neil and I will bring up the rear.
And you travel. And you go on. And you're walking. And you're walking, and you hear the wall close behind you. And then as soon as it does, it is pitch black. There is no light for any of you. I'm guessing you cast light to make sure there's light.
Cast it right on Elizabeth's head.
Yeah, I was gonna say I cast it on Elizabeth's fanny pack.
She just smacked your hand away. No. But where do you cast it though?
I'll cast it on Neil. Do you have a shield?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll cast it on Neil's shield.
Yeah.
Would that
Yeah.
illuminate the front though? How big is the radius on that?
You'll feel like
5'3".
rear headlights.
Yeah. I
5
think
or
it
10.
Cast
should
it
be.
on. Cast it on Kieran's maw.
Oh yeah, it's 10 feet. So. Oh, 20-foot radius. And dim light for an additional 20 feet. Okay, so. That's 40 feet of light. 20, which is. Okay. Yeah, I'll cast it on Kieran's maw. So
Okay.
in the-
Yeah, and you're in this like very tight tunnel. And it gets like tighter and tighter as you go. To the point where you have to just go one by one. And you're traveling like this for days. For days. You see some small like creatures every now and again, Seraphina. They seem to be almost like lizards, but they kind of stand on like their legs that they stand upright, and you just kind of see them like gathering like mushrooms as they see you walk past and kind of eating them and hiding in the shadows. So they seem to be sentient creatures. And your sword gets hungry. What I need to
I
know.
was gonna say, am I gonna have to kill myself?
What I'm going to say is, do you use your sword to do this, or do you allow yourself to gain exhaustion?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my sword. Can we eat the lizards?
The sentient
would like-
creatures, but yeah.
Oh,
They seem to be intelligent
Okay.
because they're harvesting the
Ah!
fungus.
Mm.
Maybe you can find one that's evil, or any
How
of them
mu-
doing something
How
evil.
much exhaustion can I take before bad things happen?
Before you die.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's 7, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to take a lot of like combat dex checks, etc. Like,
Yeah.
It's bad.
it's
Yeah.
like exhaustion is not worth killing a few sentient creatures.
Exhaustion is.
I think I would probably take 1 or 2 more exhaustion, to be honest. Like, I think I would try and avoid it as much as I possibly can, but probably at 3 exhaustion when I'm just feeling like fucking beat.
Yeah, because your speed is half then, and you're going slower.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say 2. I'll take 1 more exhaustion and I'll hit 2 and I'll just be like, I can't do this any longer. And then I'll try and kill one and see.
If she goes to 2, then her speed is halved. Isn't that going to make our trip a lot slower?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it'll take us twice as long to get where we're going.
I know. Listen, I'm not going to do it unless I'm really feeling burnt out. So I think, like, as much as it sucks roleplay wise, I don't think Seraphina would kill a sentient creature if she's just feeling tired. It would have to be once she is physically exhibiting symptoms.
Could we make a cart and like pull her so she doesn't slow us
But
down?
once I kill it,
Nah.
won't my exhaustion go away because it'll stop sucking my blood?
Could we invent
Once
a
you
bicycle?
rest,
Yeah.
you have to rest.
So it would just be for one day that I
No, as I said, you need to keep one, and it consumes a soul each day.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna, after I've reached 2 exhaustion, then I'll kill
hmm
every day after that
Okay, cool.
to avoid getting there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, do you do this? You're in like a tight tunnel. Do you do this kind of stealthily away from people? Like they're gonna die. They'll have like 1 hit point. There's no like need to roll or anything like that. But do you try and hide it because you haven't told anyone about your murder sword yet?
Is it one day or is it 24 hours? Like, if I were to do it at night, it would last then again until the next nighttime.
It's like
rest.
each sunrise, basically.
So if I were to do it before we camp,
hmm
it would last until the next time before we camp.
No, it
not
would
when
last
I
until
wake
that
up.
sunrise.
No, it would be sunrise. So you'd have to do it in the morning before we wake up. You'd have to get up before the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up before everyone else.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to know that I'm doing it.
Or you could just do last watch.
hmm
If you were the last watch every night, then you would be able to kill it without us knowing.
It doesn't matter. I'd do one of those 2 ways.
Okay.
Just you should give them morality tests and only kill the evil ones.
I don't have time for that.
So
Yeah.
you sneak off and you go. I'm gonna give you. Are you trying to do this stealthily, so like no one knows?
I mean, the thing is that my stealth is really shitty. So if you're gonna make me roll, then everyone's gonna know about it.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Do you want people to know?
I don't want people to know no, so I'm gonna do it I'll do it during last watch.
Okay.
When everyone's sleeping and I'm awake, and I should be awake, so any foot noises I make should be normal and expected.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check. Okay. You kind of walk away.
5.
You
Okay.
walk away, and when you come back, like you kind of go around like a little alcove, and when you come back, you're kind of cleaning the blade, and like as soon as you kind of drop on the corner, Elizabeth Law is just standing there,
Fucking Elizabeth Law.
and she just,
Don't be sleeping, Elizabeth. I've got the night watch. You don't need to be awake.
I don't sleep anymore.
Oh, that's true. Shouldn't you at least close your eyes and pretend to make everyone else less uncomfortable with the fact that you're just always awake and being creepy?
I rest, and I was resting, but you were loud.
I have heavy footfalls. I'm sorry.
So is that what you've been doing these past few nights? Killing those creatures?
No.
I can smell the blood on you.
I'm on my period.
I can smell it on your blade.
My blade is also on its period. It's its time of the cycle.
Over.
It's a strange lie. I'm that time of the month. Anyway.
Is it over now?
Well, I mean, like, sharks can smell blood, but they don't know, where it's
Yeah.
coming from.
But she seems to know. Like, she can tell. And she just kind of says,
I'm just keeping myself sharp. We've been through a lot, and I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone.
so murdering those creatures means you stay sharp.
In a way, yes. I'm not technically lying.
She just kind of says, I know that you say that you're not a part of the Gilded Glaive, but we were close once. Me, your commanding officer, and you, my second. If you need to talk about anything, you can still talk to me. We've all changed through our time here, but that was expected when we joined the Glaive.
Well, thank you. I will keep that in mind if anything comes up, but for now, I have nothing I wish to talk about. And I'm on my period, so I would like to go to bed now. I'm crampy.
She offers you some chocolate now. She just kind of goes, okay, I won't tell anyone.
Thank you.
And the nights pass. Whew. 1.5 months go by.
Whoa!
That you've been traveling. And it,
That's 45 lizards that I've killed.
yeah. You just did the
I hope
math.
I hope they're
Wow.
not-
You've killed the entire race.
They're
A whole dynasty is dead.
Maybe we should retrace your steps. No, don't retrace any steps. Do not go back and walk down my hole of corpses.
Their civilization has evolved really fast, and there's this ancient story of this murdering giant. Oh god. But
Great steal.
yeah, 2.5 months go by, and it has always been in this small hole, and you've just been descending further and further and further. I need everyone to give me a wisdom save as this monotonous, claustrophobic travel has just been continuous.
If you're close to me, on your saves, I think you have a +3.
Yeah.
If you're within 10 feet of me.
Cool. That means I have a 22.
Nice.
1 and 9.
Let me do one for Elizabeth Law as well.
I got an 8.
Can someone do it for? I mean, I can do it for Kieran. Let me do it for.
Well, you
Kieran.
got an 8 plus 3. Do you not get the plus 3?
I think it's just everybody else.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get it.
That one. So, Kieran got an 8.
Okay, everyone but the 2 boys got it. Run me a D8 plus 2, Neil.
D8 plus 2. Alright.
Okay, Kieran got 8 insanity,
Oh.
and you've got 6. So let's put that on Kieran's character sheet, so, if you can.
8 insanity?
Yeah. As just this monotonous waking up in a dark tunnel. There's just this deprivation, and plus the air is getting a lot more stale as well. So there is just this constant just going through darkness, waking up in darkness over and over again. Yes, Sally?
The insanity meter, you are insane once you've reached your wisdom score, like the 10 or the 12 or the whatever it is, right?
Yep.
All right, just keeping that in mind. I'm looking on his sheet right now to see where he keeps his insanity. All right, he's only got one. So that means if he gets one more insanity, he does go insane.
Okay.
Oh, great.
And it's just constant. And Neil, as this has been happening, you've just been dozing off every so often. Just like you stop to catch your breath through a tunnel and you just kind of slip, and whoever's like next to you has to nudge you awake. It's just it's mentally grueling, just this travel. It's like nothing before. It's a different kind of mental strain from the Feywild. And as you make your way further on, Elizabeth just kind of says, "Put out the light quickly."
Ah, I put it out.
Up ahead, there's the cavern widens out finally. I can see it's a large kind of side ridge. It's still dark though, but it's quite worrying. Also, I think I can see some light, like torchlight, further on. Maybe like 200 feet ahead of us.
Are these caves known to be populated by anything?
I don't know. We've been traveling for 2.5 months. I've never been down here.
This is I will she said about 200 feet.
Mm-hmm. And you
Let me
can't
just see.
can't see.
No, I can't. I was gonna see. Oh, maybe I actually don't have it. Maybe I'm thinking of a different. Never mind. I was thinking of a different character.
Mhm.
So I can't do what I was gonna do. Perhaps if one of us.
About 130, sorry. Not 200, 130.
Okay. I can't see in the dark. Neil can't see in the dark. Kieran can't see in the dark. Sally.
Kieran can see in the dark, but only for 30
Oh.
feet with his one eye.
Oh, right. What about you, Sally? Can you see in the dark?
Oh no. Oh no.
We're all humans.
Not at all.
Perhaps it would be best, Elizabeth, for you to scout ahead silently and on your own to see if you can get a better idea of what is up ahead making that light. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
What? You're
What?
You're not Elizabeth.
Sorry.
So,
I'm gagging for her. Like, yeah, go ahead.
what did you say,
I'm just-
sorry?
I'm suggesting that maybe Elizabeth scout ahead by herself so she can see and be stealthy and maybe get a better idea of what is ahead
Okay,
without us all like.
going through. Yeah.
Sally is there going like, yeah, do it. Come on.
And I was asking her if
Elizabeth?
she was comfortable with that when Sally said yes.
Sally was answering for her. I want her to die. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
bitch, go. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, you do that, and she just goes, yes, that's a good idea. All right, and she kind of looks towards you, and you don't see this because it's like I said, it's not darkness you've ever seen before. It is pitch black.
It's advanced darkness.
Darkness
SpongeBob
101.
joke. The SpongeBob joke for any of the SpongeBob fans out there.
I hate you. But what we see is she turns into mist, and she goes forward, and you're all waiting, like 5 minutes before you go on. Sorry.
Do Do you really want me to say the bad joke?
So you're waiting
Very
like
well.
5 minutes.
She won't be missed. Okay, let's go.
I knew you were gonna say it anyway. She comes back after the 5 minutes and she just kind of says, she kind of startles you. Okay, so I don't know where we are, but there is a large ridge that seems to go down. She just says, I don't know where we are, but there seems to be some orcs in front of us and a large stone gate. I don't see
Is
anything
this on
else.
the map?
Yes, but there's just a ridge there. There's no notations at all.
All right, so it's the orc thing's not on the map. All right. So there's a bunch of orcs. How many orcs?
Just two.
I mean, that's enough for us to kill.
Yeah, that's not what I'm worried about. It's the whole situation. Why would there be orcs in a stone gate down here? We're 2 months below our travel. We're miles.
Well, if we saw the map, perhaps we'd have a better understanding of how close we are to this deep dark that we are supposed to go to. I'm assuming we're not the only creatures that live in this deep dark that are going to be down there, so perhaps these orcs are part of the deep dark. We can ask them if you'd like.
I mean, we can, but I've never heard of cave orcs. But, all right.
Did you see signs of? I mean, you saw only 2 orcs. Was there any areas where there might be more orcs hidden? Or
I mean, it's a craggy surface. They could be outposts anywhere.
can any of us turn invisible?
Yes.
Do you want to sneak around and see what you can see?
Not entirely, but I will.
Yeah, you should.
All right.
Invisible.
I still have Kieran's
we can-
sheet open.
We can talk to each other with our things.
That means I have to take my ring off.
What's the ring?
Oh, I can't read inside your head. You can't see inside mine. I have a ring that prevents you from going.
You can allow people.
All right, fine. I will allow you into my mind, Seraphina, and I will give Seraphina permission to access my mind.
What about? All right. What did I do?
Nothing. It's just better that you don't enter my mind, Neil. I like our level of friendship we're at.
Well, we're just talking. I'm not gonna read your.
Let's just.
secrets.
Yes,
Doesn't
but
work like-
I think a lot of very bad things, Neil, and I don't want you to be privy to them. Seraphina, do you accept me into your mind's
what?
eye?
I don't want to see into your brain anyway, so.
Well, aren't you just giving me access, so I don't need to like accept anything?
Yeah, I'm just giving you access. But I'm asking your permission first because it's polite before you.
Yes, I accept.
Seraphina, she's being weird lately.
Are you saying that to me or in my mind?
No, I'll say it out loud so Sally can hear. She's being weird.
Elizabeth Law, you are, though maybe not the most trusted member of the party, probably the strongest objectively. Would you care to join me?
I can, but if you're invisible, I can't see you, and you can't see in the dark. So what would be the
Well.
point of you scouting?
That's a good.
My intention is, Elizabeth, that we both go invisible together, and I hold on to perhaps your bag or something else and follow behind you. I'm very stealthy, and I'll have an increase while invisible. Once we reach a lighted area, I can see well enough to get back to the party.
All right. That is fine. Let us try that then.
All right, so at 3rd level, I will cast invisibility. It will grant me access to both me and Elizabeth Law becoming invisible. And then Sally, while she does it, she'll probably cast it while touching, like onto like a bag or a backpack of hers, and then just like gently grab it.
Okay. You're at disadvantage because you can't see, but then you have advantage because of that, so it cancels out to average, to normal.
For seeing?
Yeah, because you can't like
Right.
move
Right,
through,
yeah.
right?
I'm depending on her
Mhm.
until we get back to the lighted area.
So you can run me a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay, she got 26.
I got a 26.
Nice. Twinsies. So you're moving forward, going forward and forward and forward, to the point where you get to maybe like 60 feet away to where the kind of stone gate and the orcs are, and as you kind of get to the gate, you see them just standing there. They're like a darker shade of orc than you've ever really kind of seen before, and they look, they're a lot taller, but they're kind of hunched over, and they just seem to be standing there, just like heavily breathing. You see this like large stone gate. Roll me a perception check real quick.
I can roll you a perception check.
Okay. So as you do that, I'm going to put you on the map.
Ooh.
And so basically you can't really see, but you see the light where the orcs are and the gate. And they just seem to be standing guard.
Interesting. And we can't see past the gate?
No, it's like it's just like an iron gate that's completely like thick. There's no like segments in it at all.
So Sally is going to reach out to Seraphina and go, well, it appears that there is a
Seraphina?
very...
She wasn't there,
Yeah.
was she?
No.
Oh,
'cause
reach
I
out
just
with
threw
your
my
mind. Sorry, okay.
Yes, reach out. Yeah. So it appears that there is a very large gate, and in front of it are 2 orcs that are huffing and puffing, quite terrifying. They're extremely dark. Orcs, perhaps camouflage for living in the dark. They seem pretty beefy, but it seems like there's also no passing going to happen unless... can I roll like an investigation to see if like I can see like keys on them or anything?
Yeah, you'd have to get closer though. You're 30 feet away. And
Well,
that's gonna require like another stealth roll
another stealth roll.
because you're getting closer.
All right, let me open up my character sheet.
Because these are actively looking.
Right, they're huffing and chuffing and trying to blow the house down. Can I use my advantage that I got for? Okay, I'll try it again. There we go. That's much better. The whole net one nonsense. All right, so she's gonna get closer. Do I see any keys rattling off on them?
You don't see any keys on them. Roll me a perception check.
I can do that again. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do it at advantage. Sorry.
You got 28 still.
Okay.
But you don't see any keys on them. You're guessing that they would have to like make some kind of noise to let the other people behind the gate know.
Interesting. Sally is going to say to Seraphina, I believe the only way through is to kill them.
And how many are there?
I see 2. The gate is very dark. It appears that they are just watch guards for a secret tunnel, probably full of orcs. But
Hmm.
suppose if we kill them quickly, there will be no issue.
And quietly.
Yes, once you've gotten a little bit closer, let me know and I will start loosing arrows.
I don't know that I can get any closer if I can't see. What if I like plummet off the edge?
That's true.
Let me see if I have any.
I mean, suppose you could have Kieran lead you.
Yeah, yes, this is true. But then we'd both have to try and sneak. It's quite difficult with 2 sneakers.
Well, once they've heard you, I'll shoot.
It's true.
I am technically still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I was just seeing if maybe I had something that would be helpful.
That will grant you dark vision.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Well, then in that case, why don't I just start making noise? Why do I even have to attempt to sneak?
There, that sounds fine.
Sorry, I'm just looking real quick. Okay. I will just... Elizabeth's with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll say in Kieran and Neil's mind, we need to make a noise. But if we make noise, then what if the gate opens and more come out?
Well, then we're just going to sit to the edge of this cave until we die.
Okay, so in that case, Kieran and I will just attempt to sneak. Let's just attempt, and if it goes well, then it goes well, and if it fails, then at least it won't be a ruckus.
I have a question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do when you start an attack in invisibility, I know once you do the attack, you are no longer invisible. But do you have advantage on that first hit if they don't? All right, so y'all start sneaking once you've gotten their attention. Sally is I'm stating now as a held action. I will be loosing an arrow into a creature the second that they look like they are noticing something.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Yeah, I guess Kieran and I will just attempt to sneak forward.
Okay. You should see on your map the character sheet. So you can't see.
Kieran can see a little bit, right?
So tell me how you're doing it then, right? Is he holding onto you? And then she went. I think her power just went out there.
They're holding hands.
Okay, so as you're going through, and we'll kind of end to kind of see after what happens here. We will. There's 2, so cool. So as you kind of move through, Neil, what are you doing?
If I move, it's gonna be. I'm really bad at stealth, so I'm just gonna hang back for now and see how whatever they're doing goes, and then if a fight breaks out, I'll run in.
Okay, so
Especially if it's
Okay.
dark and I can't see, you know.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
yes.
Hello.
Okay, I'm just not going to be able to use video.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, sorry. My computer died, and I can't charge it because everything is 2-prong outlets, and there's nothing I can do.
That's okay.
Make it work.
Yeah.
All right. Have they noticed my gaggle of family?
So I'm gonna ask you to roll me a Neo. I'm gonna ask you to roll a stealth check for Kieran at disadvantage, because Kieran wears heavy armor, I believe.
right, a stealth check for Kieran.
So,
All right, ready? Here we go. Boom.
17.
That.
And then Rami one for Sayele at disadvantage. Because
For me?
Yes, as Sayele. Roll for Seraphina at disadvantage because Seraphina Rose has a.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought you meant like as my character, and I'm like, but I thought I was
No, no.
sneaky.
Rami again, because he has disadvantage because he has heavy armor.
4. You would have gotten
Oh.
a 22.
Boom.
Jeez. Nice. So as you're moving forward, and as the two characters get here, as they get to the lower ridge, right here, you just hear, you all hear this loud shrieking cry, as this large, almost like lizard, almost like your lizard but different, as like this big kind of like throat bulge, almost like a frog, and it just goes as it emerges, as it was almost like chameleon style, affixed to the rock, and shows itself and jumps down in front of Sayeli and Kieran. It is huge, and as it jumps down, that's where we're going to end it for today.
Oh my god!
My arrow tricks.
Nice. Oh, actually, yeah. Do you want to roll your stealth hit once you hear that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change who it hits. Though I'd probably like turn in a whip and loose my arrow at this creature.
You actually can't see it because
instead.
it's in the darkness. You can
Oh,
you can only see
shit.
30 feet ahead of you.
That's true. And but the orcs do look attentive, right?
They get like shocked and they're just like, ah, like they're used to hearing that sound.
Well, they won't be hearing much sound after this.
Oh goodness.
Jesus.
And because it's an advantage attack, I get to do that as well.
Yeah,
a
you
sneak
kill it.
attack.
You kill that one. It like you hit it and it falls. It falls over the ridge and just like tumbles over, and everyone goes like, "Kucha!" And like, you know, it starts screaming. The creature starts screaming, and everything goes to chaos. And as everything goes to chaos, that is where we cut for today's session.
Yes.
And we will see everyone come back next week as we take a fight in the lower dark on the ridge. Let's see what happens when you're on this dangerous teetering ridge. So yeah, so
Nothing happens.
nothing happens.
At
Just
the bottom is like a really safe carpet.
yeah, just a totally safe carpet made of acid.
Oh,
Acid carpet. Yeah.
And they're just really excited to be our friends. That's why they're screaming.
Yeah, it was like, friends! It just wants to give you a hug in its mouth.
It's a frog of
Uh,
friendship.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
we go casting crew, see where we can find you all, and all that good jazz. And let's start with our invisible person. Hey.
Okay, so I'm moving tomorrow, first off. So by next week, I'll have a internet connection that is just hosting myself. I will have chargers available to me. I'm just still in the process of like moving, so everything's kind of hectic. So I apologize to everyone for my computer dying
No, it's
in
okay.
the middle and coming back as a disembodied voice. But next week it'll be like back to normal. I'll be able to take notes again, and it'll be so great.
You did great.
Thanks. This is a fun session. I missed you all so much. I was so bummed that we weren't able to play last week and I wasn't able to play the week before. So I'm so excited to be back and get into the swing of things, especially now that we're kind of getting back into the like darkness of the campaign. Although I did love all of our shopping city sessions. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at @tis_AJ. Aliens, as well as at Monster Crushing, which is a podcast that I host with fellow Greyhawk channel member Ellie, where we talk about cryptids, the paranormal, ghosts, monsters, and their smoochability. So really, really important stuff there.
Awesome. Yeah, be sure to check that out. It's a good podcast. Very funny, very informative, and you learn some things not only about the cryptids but about the people talking about them too. It's good to have you back. Even though it's a disembodied voice, you did great, and I look forward to playing with everyone next week. Speaking of people, I look forward to playing with next week. Sean, hey.
Hi. Yeah, it's good. I love playing with this group, and I really got a kick out of the whole. I feel like I can interact with the other characters forever on this show. I don't know why. It's really fun to kind of poke them a little bit and see what happens.
Pokey poke.
Let's see. I would say that self-loathing and being a dungeon master might even go hand in hand for some people, but I'll tell you what, I loathe myself a little bit less after this weekend's thrilling games that are right now on my YouTube channel.
Nice.
Just look for Power Score RPG. I ran 3 games and I was actually happy with all 3 of them. I did Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where they went into the Vault of Dragons. That was fun. I did Hell's Rebels, where they went underwater and they fought in Aboleth, and that was fun. And then a Dungeon Academy, the group is in Barovia, and each of them was tempted by one of the dark powers of Ravenloft, and that was fun as well. So now's a good time to check out my shows, because I can confidently say they don't suck this week, so you might like them. Also, oh, hey, do you like Dice Camera Action? Sure, we all do. Well, guess what? It's on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the D&D channel, and then I'll talk about it on Waffle Talk on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Power Score RPG. And that's about it for me, but I know that Bree is going to be running. I don't know. Bree might be DMing some games soon, so we can all check that out, because I'm pretty pumped up about that.
Yeah. Speaking of being pumped up and running games, me. Nah, I'm joking. Bree.
Me and all my iron.
Swole. Look at that swole arm.
I know. I can almost put my entire hand over my bicep and touch finger. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. All my muscles. Hey guys, it's NPC Bree, 2 E's. Gosh, today was fun. I'm so happy. Went a whole week without playing D&D, so I'm so happy to start it back up again on the wonderful Orchard with my family. Today was great, but they're always great. So what are you gonna say? I can't boost your ego anymore. It's not good for your health.
You should do it anyway, though.
Pro Restarter doesn't need to know how good he is. He's already too good.
We should totally suck up to him. There's nothing.
Flattery gets you everywhere.
Get us some bonuses and stuff.
Oh yeah. I play all over everywhere. I'm here. I'm on Soulbear RPG. I am on Encounter Roleplay. And in 11 days, I will be DMing my first campaign on the Greyhawk channel. So got a lot going on, a lot of things in the works. Just follow me on Twitter, and I'll keep you updated that way.
Yeah. Be sure to check that out. NPC Bree is awesome. Be sure to follow them on Twitter. Everyone is awesome. Be sure to follow all of them. Everyone is great. Thank you for playing and journeying through this game with me. We're through the sultry sex appeal that is the Drow city of moral choices and various clothing, and now we're in the deep dark of evil, and we're going to see how that goes. Thank you all for kind of watching. I've been Pro Restarter. You can on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, all under the same name. Literally just follow my Twitter, see my pinned tweet. I literally do games every single day. See you later for more Orchard. Bye everyone. Have a good rest of your Monday. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye.